your voice.
This is 92.3 Nigeria in Otago.
Your number one news, talk, and sports radio station.
And now, Hard Facts. Hard Facts with Dayo.
Welcome back. Still Hard Facts on 92.1 Harcourt. I'm Dayo. It's 10 minutes gone past for the conversation. Really, I mean, it reminds me of 2019, how that for a considerably long period of time before 2019, we kept saying 2019 is around the corner, 2019 is around the corner, and now it's just 2021, and we're saying 2023 is around the corner. I mean, if we were not having the general elections come 2023, I don't think I'd be thinking about 2023 very much. I mean, I could think about my personal life as to what's going to happen to me in 2022 or in 2023 or 2024 or 2025 or whatever it is, you know. But I will think about it from time to time. But I would not. I don't think that I would single out 2023 and think about it and talk about it as much and as frequently as I do. And I think that the same might be the same for a lot of other persons or most of the persons as well. But we've got the general elections coming up, and elections are quite crucial for Nigerians. And if there's any country in the world that elections are really crucial for, it's us. Unfortunately, I'm prone to think, and I'm tempted to think that a lot of Nigerians don't even know how crucial the elections are. They have no idea at all. Absolutely clueless about it, really. But they're very important nonetheless. Well, even if you don't know, the politicians know how crucial it is. Oh, they know. Oh, they definitely know. They know how important it is. The honorables and the excellencies, they know. And that's why some of them even go as far as killing, because of elections. Because they know how important it is. And expectedly, unsurprisingly, the back and forth, the accusations and counter-accusations, the political machinations, the political meandering, the political manipulations have all begun. Political calculations and all of that, political machinery have been set in motion, and alignments and realignments are all taking place right now. One of the major talking points, especially from the position of the honorables and the excellencies, the politicians and the political parties, the so-called gladiators, one of the major talking points at the moment is the issue of power shift. And power shift, of course, especially at the center, the federal government level, as to what part of the country, what region specifically is going to produce Nigeria's next president. And for them, that's one of the major talking points at the moment. And you might consider, depends on what side or divide or perspective you are. It might seem like another distraction. It might seem that way. I mean, I imagine there's a school of thought who thinks it's another distraction, another irrelevant thing maybe, another thing that doesn't matter, that then takes up the discussion space and takes up the attention of Nigerians, leaving the crucial things about policy, about development, about growth, about strategies, about blueprints, about formats, about systems, about processes, about justice, about equity. No, it's which region, which region, which region. Now that's one school of thought. That is simply a distraction, another game that the honorables and excellencies play once elections are around the corner, just to pitch Nigerians against each other, and the fight and conversation becomes about absolutely irrelevant things. But there is another school of thought that says, no, it's important. It's extremely crucial. Because for a very long time, it appears the political gladiators have had, or political parties, have had what they refer to as a gentleman's agreement. It's not in our constitution, and I dare say I don't think it's in the constitution of any political party for that matter, but there's been a gentleman's agreement that power would rotate from the north to the south, and from the south to the north, and the north to the south, and vice versa. But it appears that that gentleman's agreement may no longer be binding. And there are those who hold this a different view from the earlier one I described, say that this rotation of power from the north to the south and, back and forth again is good. It promotes equity. It promotes justice. For them, that's what equity is. That's what justice actually is. And for the North, or anybody in the North, or Northern elders, or Northern leaders, or Northern governors, to say, no, we do not support a power shift to the South, it marks off a lack of equity. That's their position. If the North have had it for 8 years, then the South should have its own turn as well, possibly for another 8 years, or as the case may be. So, but then again, fundamental questions arise from this also. What has it benefited anyone, whether from the north or from the south? Whether or not somebody from the northern part of the country is in office, or someone from the southern part of the country is in office. Now, besides, of course, benefiting their cronies and their friends and loved ones and minions as well. I mean, they always benefit, those who are loyal, naturally. In what way has a power shift or rotation from north-south, in what way has that benefited the majority of Nigerians? In what way has that improved Nigeria as a country? For example, is the North better off because the Northerner has been in office the last, 6 years or so, thereabouts? And if all things are equal, we'll complete an 8-year term in office. We'll complete 2 terms in office spanning 8 years. Can we say the North has benefited immensely from this, or Nigeria, for that matter, has benefited immensely from this? Before the current president, we had a president from the South in office. Did the southern part of the country benefit immensely from having a southern or someone from the southern part of the country in Aso Villa? Did Nigeria, as a country, benefit immensely because we had a president from the southern part of the country? That leads us to my question today. What does it matter? Does it even matter at all? What region produces the next president of the country, or what region takes over Aso Villa come 2023? Anger trails Northern Governors' opposition to 2023 power shift, stories in the Punch newspaper. The Northern States Governors Forum on Monday opposed a call by its southern counterpart that the presidency should move to the south in 2023. The Northern Governors, who said this at their meeting in Kaduna, said a call by the Southern Governors Forum was against the constitution of the country. But groups including the Ohanese Indigo, the Pioneer Delta Forum, Afeni Ferry and the Delta State Government said the Northern Governors' position was against the unity of the country. The Southern Governors at their recent meeting in Enugu reiterated their demand that the presidency should shift to the south in 2023. On Monday, the Northern Governors said although some of them had endorsed the Southern Governors' call for power shift to the south, the regional governors collectively condemned such a call. And they said a statement by their southern counterparts contradicted the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. They added that the elected president must meet the requirements, which include getting the majority votes, scoring at least 25% of the votes cast in 2/3 of the states of the federation in case of a runoff, a simple majority win. Now, this was contained in a communique issued after an emergency meeting of the regional governors and the chairman of Northern Council of Chiefs held in Kaduna on Monday. Question once again, what does it matter who gets there? I mean, it does matter who gets there, obviously, but what does it matter? Does it matter what region of the country produces the next president, or what region of the country takes over Aso Villa? I've got comment via WhatsApp already. What the ordinary Nigerian citizen wants is a president that can make them feel the impact of governance. A government that will see the people's plight as their priority and provide them with the dividends of democracy, irrespective of where such a president comes from, be it north, south, east or west. What is the essence of having a northern president like Buhari when the ordinary Nigerian can't eat a square meal since his inception as the president? Manosky said that. I've got Yaradua from NTA. Is that correct, by the way? Your name is Yaradua?
Yes, you are correct. I'm here at the point.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Also, based on the topic you are discussing there, these politicians, they are just on their own. They are not on the totality of Nigerians, actually. And being a leader doesn't matter. What we need is somebody who has a Nigeria at heart. Whether from South, whether from East. This side is a Nigerian that really about. That's what we need. If you can remember, we have almost 15 presidents from the independence now. 51 years when we shared into two. Almost Muslim ruled this country for almost 30 years. And Christian ruled this country for 30 years. And we are still quarreling. Nothing to write off. Almost 8 presidents from North. 7 presidents from the South. And doesn't mean nothing to write off. Also, from 1999, PDP ruled for 16 years. 2 years from Northern Nigeria, 14 years from Southern part. 8 years now is going to be done by Northern Nigeria, and nothing to write off. So that's my position on that. We don't need somebody original or anybody from a state. We only need a Nigerian man who has a Nigerian people at heart. Mm-hmm. That is our contribution. Wherever he is, whether he's in this country, whether he's in diaspora, or whether he's in Nigeria, we can deliver out. That is my own submission.
Yaradua, do you think from your interaction with people, do you think a lot of Nigerians understand or appreciate what you just said?
No, our problem is sentiment. We don't need progress. What we are after is ethnicity, religion bias. And this country is God that made us together. By God wish we can be like Italy, or we can be like Saudi Arabia. We are 99.9 are Muslim. We are 99.9 are Christian in Italy. But God said we should be together. So that's our destiny. But our leaders are always yearning to back our root system. And they are enjoying that the way the masses were suffering. That's it.
Yeah, good to hear from you. I've got Ezra from Eagle Island. You're welcome. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
I think to me, it don't matter where the president comes from, what do we want in this country. We need a president that is coming for the interest of everybody. A president that sees every ethnic group as one. A president that is the respect of this country to work for the citizens of this country. It's not about, you don't need somebody that come and then start to bring all this and this and this. But if you look back, since independence of Vietnam, we have not had any president that really come to start to work for the interest of the country. So now every region I see that you have already, this people have ruled, then this is our turn to rule. So to me, if I look at, we have not had a very good president that can.
When you say Ezra, when you say every region says, okay, this one have ruled, now it's our turn to rule. Is it the people of the region who are saying that really, or just people who are fortunate to occupy these positions and perceive that if their region takes over, then they are either going to be in power or at least in the corridor of power? And that's not everybody. Not everybody. If, for example, the presidency comes down to the south, not everybody in the south is going to be in Aso Rock. Southerners will not start to move to Abuja because of that. And will it mean development for southerners, for that matter?
Yes, what you are saying is true, but there is lack of good leadership in this country that is causing all these things. Yes, and although many people that have been in Abuja have been in president, that's the one that is dragging for all this zoning formula. But if you can have a good leadership, this thing is not can. So to me, because of lack of good leadership in this country, I think it is fair for the South to have their own turn in 2023.
So we should keep on having. So we should keep on having the bad leadership. Let's just keep rotating the bad leadership.
No, to me it's not like that. But the one that have to offer independent, we are not having a good leadership.
Yeah, but you say
have to work in that system. That's the first thing. If we can work on that one, then at least we are moving toward that one. But still, we are yet to reach that level.
So in the interim, Ezra, we keep rotating the bad leadership.
Not about the bad leadership, but to me, I think
of the bad process that leads to that. But Ezra, great to hear from you, though. And we've got Emmanuel from Borikiri. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dayo, good evening.
All go on.
Yeah, I want to appreciate you for this topic you bring this afternoon. Dayo, to my own knowledge, it does not benefit anybody. But let me just put it in this way. What is happening these days is like when a father knows that he born a child and the child is not doing well, or you'll be covering him up because it is his blood. Even when a stranger outside notices that that child is not doing well and try to caution the child on his own, as a father, you will come and defend the child. Let me tell you that every day I pray within myself. I say, how I wish God will give us people like my former governor in Imo State, Samin Bakwe. The legacy of that young man, no governor in Imo State has done it. Sometimes I do ask myself, where is the conscience of this our honorables, governors, senators, and presidents? Can't he bring people like this kind of people again in this country? Sometimes I weep. Because let me just put this in like this. This is where my brother IPOB is doing. Sometimes I do ask myself, how I wish that it is Zimbabwe that is dragging this thing. Thank you, Daya.
Well, not good. I do have a commercial break coming up shortly. Before then, though, a few comments via Facebook. First off, Edward Okajula goes, look at where we found ourselves. How can a whole region be more concerned about the zoning of a political position in this 21st century when other leaders in other parts of the world are strategizing on how to advance development? This is the reason we are underdeveloped. They ought to be discussing the development of that region and not prioritization. So sorry for this country. All right, via Facebook still, Adi KLCC goes, I care for good leadership and the respect to the rule of law. They have ruled for years. But on good evidence of good leadership, still unemployment, poverty, insecurity. Giovanna Jennifer on Facebook goes, first of all, is zoning constitutional? Competence, not zoning, should be the yardstick in choosing presidential, irrespective of zones. But if we want zoning, the best candidates from each zones compete. And let's see via WhatsApp before I go for that commercial break. Atari Dukwe goes, I have no problem with anywhere having power in Nigeria, but why must it be someone from the middle belt tasked with reading the communique of such information? Okay. Good evening. There is no section of the Constitution that prohibits anyone from any part of the country from contesting for the office of the President of Nigeria. Zoning itself is unconditional. Southerners should put their house in order. What we need is a leader that would better the economy of Nigeria, irrespective of his tribe or religion. King from Eagle Island said that. Good afternoon, Doc. The Southern President benefited the South with the name. The President the President is from your region. For me, all we need is a leader who can give us good governance and not a leader who will come from my region. The best president or a president that will develop the South may not come from the South. That's from Douglas. All right, the only reason this person from the South agitating for power shifts to the South was because of the way the incumbent president handled the affairs of the nation. For me, I don't care where the president comes from, so far as she can do the right thing, make life easy for citizens, protect and secure the citizens from harm. Above all, a leader that can do away with religion. I'll go for that commercial break right now and return shortly. Conversation will continue. Please stay with us.
We give the facts.
News entirely.
We give the evidence. Just to keep you informed.
News, weather.
I get my information top of the hour every hour.
92.3 Nigeria Info. And now, hard facts. Hard facts with Dio.
Welcome back. Still had Factor 91.3 Nigeria Info and here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dio. We've got 24 minutes to go before 5 o'clock. The news update is at 5. But before then, the discussion continues. The controversy rages on as to which region of the country should produce Nigeria's next president come 2023. And I'm asking, does it really matter? Does it? The South has ruled Nigeria for several years, since 1999. How has it benefited? How has it improved the country as a whole? And how did it improve the South? The North has ruled as well. We have a Northern president right now. It looks on course to complete a second term, 8 years in office. How has that improved the country? How has that even improved the North, for that matter? Is this rotation thing really beneficial to the country? Or should our focus be on getting the right persons, the right individual, somebody who is nationalistic, someone who understands what governance is, who knows what's required of the job and does the job if given the opportunity to do so? Let's get to your take. The lines are open. Call 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, or 0817 923 0007. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. I've got comments via WhatsApp. On us, I'll be with you in a moment. All right. Zoning is what our political thieves use to distract us so they can continue ruling. Please tell them to wake up. That's from Zistro. What is wrong rotating the president? It matters. We are a diverse people that must be put into cognizance. Even in Europe, they rotate the presidency. Andy, you're very, very wrong with that. That sounds like something you read on WhatsApp, or on Facebook. Give me one country in Europe where the presidency is rotated. Good evening. I think if the president has done or is performing incredibly well, no one will be interested about where the next president comes from. But since they don't perform, everybody wants their own in there to collect small cake, and that's from Rob. I've got Onas. All right, couldn't wait. Back to WhatsApp. It's not important in the real sense, but it's necessary in Nigeria because the southern politicians feel they are being cheated by their fellow politicians in the north. They all knew what to gain, and the people down here are fighting for their turn so they can appoint their cronies for their own selfish ends, e.g. untor. Yeah, so if that's the case, and the politicians are the ones who feel aggrieved, so how does that benefit, a Nigerian has a right to feel bad about whether their leader, the president or the governor, when it serves their interest or not. But the argument can give them a chance to the south without negotiations, just to make it seem to their subjects that they are fighting for the region. The response from the northern governors is expected. It is sad that most Nigerians thrive on sentiments, and the politicians and the regional leaders use this to their dubious advantage. That's Joe from Port Harcourt. As long as politics is concerned in Nigeria, it will always be played along north and south of Nigeria. But if you and me, it doesn't matter, but the politicians who are in politics for profit have to calculate and position their regions or blocks in the center of sharing so as to occupy the juicy appointments and control key factors or economic and political powers. But our southern brothers should learn how to play national politics. Negotiation is the way. That's from IBC. Hello, Hot Factor, welcome.
Good evening, Dayo.
Hello, go on.
Yeah. You see what they are saying?
Yeah. All right, back to WhatsApp, I suppose. Good evening. Power should come down south, at least after Buhari.